Well, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing good. We're the machines, and we're the talking machines, I guess.
Yeah, we talk. Yeah.
This is basically, we've called this Shut Up and Talk because we can talk about pretty much anything. I figure since we're starting over new again, we should reintroduce ourselves. So you are, what's your background? Give us a little background, and we got wrestling, we got all kinds of stuff for you.
Yeah, wrestling.
Football.
Football. I've been a nurse. I work for the federal government.
Were you a sexy nurse?
Yes.
You
Well,
were?
Of course I was.
Of course he was. He was the sexy machine. Sex machine.
Yeah.
Sex machine.
No.
No, not a sex machine.
No.
Okay.
Buffet machine or something like that. Maybe.
Buffet machine.
Yeah.
So you played football.
Played football.
Was it pro, semi-pro?
I'd call it semi-pro. Like, it was in Europe. They called it pro, but I don't want to disgrace pro football like that.
Well, no.
It was like we got paid for it, but it was a really cool experience. I was only out there for half a season. I came in late and had a great time. Good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, I played up to junior football here in the city.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
We won't disclose our location.
No. In a city.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Midwest. We're upper Midwest.
Right now, we're on the planet Hoth. It's
Yes.
so cold right now. If you're a Star Wars fan. But,
Actually, see, this is why I shut up and talk. So today, while driving, there was where we live on one of the streets. The guy had the snow walker, the AT-AT or the AT, whatever you want to call him, in his front yard with a baby one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so people have embraced the cold.
Yeah.
I don't know where you are watching, but yeah, it's pretty darn cold here. As a matter of fact, they said we are Mars.
Yeah.
Or colder than
I
Mars?
read that, yeah, pretty close. Like, we're not shutting, like, we're used to it though where we are. Like, I'm seeing in the southern states, everything's shutting down. They're buying up all the shit tickets again, and the bread and the milk and everything. But here it's like, oh, that's not cold.
Yeah. It is kind of funny when you get to communities who aren't used to having any snow, let's say. When I traveled, there would be a city who would shut down their schools and shut down the roads. Yeah. They'd have to borrow snowplows from another place because they're not used to it, and it's only like -1 or like 16 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right. Yeah.
So, and here we are at like we're minus 30 Celsius.
Yeah.
Which translates to, with our wind chill, -45 Celsius. And when you get to that point, don't worry about conversion.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's just cold because, if you want Celsius to Fahrenheit, the F would stand for holy F, it's cold.
I still can't figure that out.
So let me ask you this question. Sure. Since we're just yakking about winter and stuff like that, and you two might, what's your pet peeve on winter? Like whether it be driving or what?
Shoveling now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to like winter, go out, play hockey, go tobogganing, things like that. Now as you get older, shoveling. Yeah, I got a snowblower, but you use it once, and then once you've taken that big wad of snow down, now there's not enough there to snow blow. So you got to shovel. And I hate it.
Okay, so as you age, I've in that category of we're both the same. I find that I take the snowblower, and then the next time it snows, I sit there and go, I just don't know if I want to make the effort for the snowblower.
Yeah.
And then I pull a muscle in my back, shoveling 8 feet of snow.
Yeah, or trying to turn the snow. Well, you know what? I'm going to make it worthwhile. So I'm going to take down my front yard a bit. Like I made a little parking spot beside my my driveway on going up to my house. So just so we can get another car up there. So every now and then I'll rip the snowblower for that. And it's hard to move.
They get, because then you got to back it up.
Yeah.
And then you got to go again.
And you're just going,
it's like 3-point turns, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, and the other, my pet peeve for winter is that I just finished shoveling. I get the driveway nice.
Yeah.
I go to bed. And I go to bed late. Mm-hmm. I look outside. Everything's fine. I wake up at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
The flipping cars full of snow.
Yeah, it's like you didn't know what. Yeah.
Like I got a funny one. To me, like the weather is like dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
He's sleeping.
Let's go, boys. Get him.
And then go there. Hi, my dog.
Well, like I said, we live on Hoth.
We do live on Hoth. Yeah.
How about yourself? What about your background?
Well, my background is I'm nothing. I'm just a shit disturber.
No.
Yeah.
You've done lots.
I've done a few things. I've worked in media.
Yeah.
I've worked and traveled on the road.
Yeah.
Doing the entertainment.
You've been
circuit.
overseas?
I've been overseas in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chewbacca's here from Hoth right now. Yeah, she's right here.
That's a tauntaun.
Yeah. She's so yeah. The overseas thing. And you know what? I've been so Afghanistan is where I was.
Yeah.
And I think I figured out why they're so angry and want to kill everybody. Is because it's the ugliest country I've ever seen. If you had to wake up and just look at brown all day, you would be angry too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been overseas and I've had 3 different TV specials in the entertainment world. So yeah, and wrestling too. You've been a wrestler.
Yeah.
You are the wrestler.
Well, I haven't wrestled in a few years, but
Yeah, well,
every now and then I get the bug. But again, as we get older, it's like, oh man, I got to go into work. Like, so,
Why does that happen? Why does work get in the way with life?
I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
And then I gotta keep it together going into work, and then I slipped and fell, and
yeah.
no, I can't do that. So.
You know, back in the day, see, this is why we call shut up and talk, because we're just talking.
Yeah, and then we need to shut up.
Yeah, and we should shut up, but we don't.
We don't.
And you feel free to tell us to shut up. What? You want to shut up? Okay.
Oh, okay.
She wants to have her say.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants biscuits. But what was I saying again?
We can have that. That's Pika's point.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I said your name. Her ears perked up.
Yeah, she's there. Yeah. Wait till NWO Cat gets in here. Then there's trouble. You'll hear them running around like crazy. But what was I even saying before that? See, I forgot already.
You're just explaining why we're called Shut Up and Talk.
Oh yeah, because we just keep going and going.
Yeah.
But so when I traveled with in Afghanistan, I went with a very famous person, by the way, Don Cherry.
Yeah, you might have heard of him, you people.
Yeah, you people might have heard of him. Again, this was controversy again. This year, every year
pretty
it comes
sad.
up.
Yeah.
And the
Now,
guy,
way worse has been said. But
Yeah.
you people is enough to get you canceled.
you people got him. And if you're a wrestling fan, Scott Hall.
Yep.
The first thing he on a lot of his interviews is "you people." So why wasn't Scott Hall canceled? Right?
Scott Hall.
Because it's true. Yeah, but he was Don Cherry. Don Cherry's Don Cherry.
I know.
Yeah, he's a Canadian icon. In case you're wondering who he was and is, he's still going strong. Yeah, he just retired out of his podcast too.
Yeah, I read that. He's in his 90s now, isn't he? Early 90s? Yeah.
And February 3rd is his birthday. So
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think. He might be 92 or 91.
Yeah.
I don't want to push him too far over.
No.
He's definitely in his 90s for sure.
Yeah.
Wrestling, today's world, we're just going to kind of get a whole bunch of stuff out of the way today.
Well, there's a Saturday Night's Main Event on tonight, but can't get it. So
now, why don't we get it?
I don't.
Here in
Well,
Canada?
you got it. Well, because we're in Canada right now.
Yeah.
And I think you got to get it on the YouTubes, and I think you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
But if you have Peacock in the States, you get it. I looked, I couldn't find it, but I was disappointed with the last one. Christina's last match, like just looking at the results, and I think it could have gone a lot better. I don't think it's his last match. I think he makes a surprise, maybe WrestleMania.
You think
I can't
so?
see him going out on.
So the last time I watched tuned in to Raw was January 2025 for when it switched over to Netflix.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And since then I've been bugging in and out here and there, but nothing. I can't get involved in wrestling right now.
No.
I'm having a hard time following the storylines that seem to, not that the old school storylines didn't repeat, but I find these ones are really repeating.
Yeah, or they're going on too long with the same. It's the same thing over and over. It's repetitive.
Yeah,
you know, and big surprise, a run in, like no, not again, like
who's popular right now? Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I think
is
he's
a
got the
champion
belt. He's
again,
one of
I
the
read.
belts,
Yeah.
and CM Punk.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How did CM Punk? So let me ask you this question: CM Punk does the pipe bomb.
Yeah.
He gets banished, maybe.
Yeah.
Banished for legit. We don't know. Was he told to do that and then they just got rid of him? But so he goes out and he gets AEW on the map.
Yeah.
And then he's welcome back to WWE.
Yeah.
And then you have like a Cody Rhodes who disappears because he's pissed off he's not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
And he creates AEW with his buddy Jericho. And then he's back. So
Well, I think they just wanted to poach talent because those are their top guys.
Sure.
Giving up, and I mean, it shows you where the top guys want to work. they're not staying there. So
Yeah.
and I guess there's another guy that's just rumored to be leaving, that Powerhouse Hobbs.
Okay.
Is supposed to be. I think they're going to be calling him Royce Keys, is what if you believe what the internet has to say. So.
And what about this Jericho thing?
I don't know.
It's still in the air.
I don't. For me, AEW is unwatchable. I turn it on. That horse-faced ref gets on there, who blocked me from Twitter, which was pretty.
That would be
pretty
Aubrey.
awesome. Yeah. And she gets on and does her thing, like she's like a Nosferatu, like a vampire thing, and I can't stand. She makes one move and I turn the channel.
And
even some of the spot, there. I have seen the odd good match lately. Like I'll watch it for a few minutes and catch I can't remember the last good match I saw in there, but it's just high spot, and
well, this is what turned me off to AEW. Every month or so, where I work, they like to tune in to AEW just for something to do because there's nothing else to do, and we're watching it. I'm not going to say I know you saw it too. We might have to take a TV timeout.
Yeah.
Someone's in the driveway. Someone's coming to the studio. Pardon me, not driveway.
Yeah.
But AEW was. He went into a pile driver motion, and the other wrestler bit his groin.
Yeah.
And I turned off the show, and I refused to turn AEW on again. Yeah. Because I can't watch that garbage.
Yeah. I'll say this though, they got a good women's division. So they got some talented women, women wrestlers there. So even WWE has a decent stable right now too. So
I do have to say
they're well trained. It's not like before. Where there's you're seeing the same match. They seem to have the same move set and the way they did their everything. Now they're almost like watching the guys wrestle, and I'm glad to see that because there's no reason. So they're just as talented, just as athletic.
What do you think about this? So WWE says to Tony Storm, no, you can't wrestle. You're under our doctors. They're saying no.
Yeah.
And then Tony Storm goes to AEW. And to me, I love Tony Storm. And I'm glad that she's back and hasn't been hurt and been able to go. But what does that tell you about WWE's doctors?
Yeah.
Are they too cautious?
Yeah. Or AEW is just no, let's get her in the ring. And they just don't care. So here's a hot dog. Little Coke gremlin brings you in the back room, gives you a hot dog.
Maybe. So I know he was your favorite wrestler a few months ago. He already knows that he's not his favorite wrestler. How many times is Andrade going back and forth?
I don't know. I like him.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's good.
He's like the Mexican ping pong ball.
Yeah.
You don't know where he's going to end up again. But I'm not a fan of him at all. I've never have been.
Yeah, no, I don't mind him. So.
But
but I'd like to see some consistency with him. I don't think they were using him correctly, and
But is he again?
I think he's back in AEW.
Yeah, but is he being used properly there? Because I
don't watch. So I said, I'll turn on 5 minutes. Who's wrestling? Usually at the beginning, see what the card's going to look like.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks garbage. That looks garbage. Okay, I'm not going to bother. So and then I'll flip back just in case something good's going on, but there usually isn't.
If there's maybe we'll call this particular segment pet peeves. So
sure.
If you had a pet peeve of yesteryear's wrestling, what we love, what would the one pet peeve of the yesteryear be? And then we're going to go across and say, hey, what's your pet peeve and what's our pet peeve of today's wrestling?
That's a tough one because it was good. I mean, maybe seeing guys who are exceeding the weight limit for a pair of spandex shorts. You don't see that anymore. Big fat guys wearing just a bikini bottom type trunks.
Well, it's the same thing with a lot of the females at Planet Fitness. And we can't say nothing about that.
Yeah, you know what? It's hard to say. I can't.
I have one.
Okay, let's go with yours. Maybe it'll cue mine.
Yeah. So for me, my biggest pet peeve, if I was to go back in time, is too much enhancement talent. Too many jobbers on TV.
Yeah.
And because nowadays we're getting such good, setups, name brand wrestler versus name brand wrestler.
Yeah.
I wish we could go back in the day and see, wow, instead of, like Hulk Hogan versus Ed.
Yeah.
We already knew Ed was losing.
He's losing,
So that's what I mean. To go back in time a little bit, I wish we saw more of those type of matches with the bigger names. Like we saw big names throughout Saturday night's main event, but they were always against guys we had no idea.
Yeah.
And I understand, No one.
Well, Saturday Night's Main Event used to be good. It was always
Yeah.
big name, but
Well,
it was
just
like
an
you'd watch
example,
Superstars.
Yeah.
And it would be like Jobber and big name. So.
But it's like, I understand the local wrestlers, like even where we are, that's how they get a shot.
We got some good promotions here right now over here. So.
And they do get in the ring with some of the big names when they come to town for other things. So I understand you want to have someone scout you out.
Yeah.
But I think back in the day, I wish we would have that for today.
Yeah. And maybe that does kind of, one thing I was going to say is sort of a pet peeve is the wrestling back in the day. There were some guys that probably had no business being in the ring. Things were a lot simpler back then. So the move set wasn't as big as it is nowadays. So you could get away with doing a very basic match. But if you weren't in there with somebody strong who can carry you, it would go to poop pretty quick. So.
And what about today's?
Well, that's still happening today too. Like there's some people that have no business being in there, or they're just not safe. Like there's I've seen a few that aren't safe. Like I don't understand how they're still working and getting TV time and.
So would that be your today's pet peeve in today's world? Like what would?
I know today's pet peeve would be just the everything. Like.
Well, that summed it up.
Too much acting.
Yeah.
Too much of you got a little bit of character development like we did in the day. You can kind of figure out what this wrestler's all about. But too much and just too much talking. Like what's Raw? 3 hours?
Yeah.
And you get 5 matches maybe, and it's all just a bunch of garbage in between.
Yeah.
And so the talking is one of my biggest pet peeves. And the type of matches, like WWE is a lot better, but you flip the channel and it's just like I said before, high spot, high spot, high spot. And then it looks more like a dance than it does. And I mean, wrestling is kind of a dance,
sure,
in a way, but this is obviously a dance, like way too choreographed. Everything, it's like finisher. Well, now you've just taken any legitimacy from those finishers because they've been used as like a tie-up, you know?
Yeah. That would be my pet peeve. Again, I probably have more, obviously.
Oh, and Gunther's sleeper.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe that weak,
very weak.
Like he's not even trying a lot. Like,
well, actually, I did see the finish of Cena's final match.
Yeah,
Gunther is actually given the sell. Like he's putting it on hardcore.
Oh, finally.
And Cena's like,
he's smiling.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
I'm done.
If he wanted to ruin wrestling, like you said, that might have been the point of that.
But like you think back in the day, like Vern Gagne or Bockwinkel throwing it, or anybody like that used the sleeper as their finisher. Like it looked like, it was like, holy cow, that's locked right in there.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, back then there was a little bit more shooting going on. So there, a lot of moves like that, a little more legitimacy to them because they're not saying they don't do it now, or they're doing some shoot holds and everything like that, but back then there's probably a little more shoot involved.
And the only other thing for me today that I think ruined, it does ruin it, is social media.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah. Unreal on Netflix. I don't know if you've watched that.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's a complete behind the scenes. They just took kayfabe and turned it into toilet paper.
Yeah.
So
and I guess that's what bothers me the most. Like, so for back in the day, I can tell you there was one point in time I was having dinner with Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon at the time. So there was Razor, there was DiBiase, there was oh my goodness, one of those Samoans was there. He was there. And there was a couple other characters that were sitting in there. And I was at that table. So I was lucky enough to be at that table.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And then Hakushi was there.
Yeah.
Then Bret Hart walked in. And then Bret Hart was coming towards the table, saw me as an outsider, and veered off and went to the
kind of like Grandpa Simpson walking into the brothel, puts his hat on, walks right back out.
Yeah, he went right to the next table where all the faces were.
Yeah.
But at the time, I never really thought of it.
Yeah.
But he was protecting kayfabe back then.
Oh, yeah.
But now, they're all hanging out.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like even when I first started wrestling here, I remember there was a guy that wrestled under a hood, and he'd have to drive. I'm guessing he'd probably stop a block away, put his hood on, park his car, come in with his hood, leave in his hood, things like that. Like,
well, that's like when you got here.
Yeah. Which doesn't. This is my face.
Yeah, that's painted on actually.
But yeah, like because you're protecting and this is just an independent promotion here, like with maybe a couple hundred people on a really good night coming to watch back then, and it was like kayfabe was huge, and now it's just kind of like, but again, like you said, social media, like back then we had the Stooge papers, they were called, so it was like it was kind of like what social media is now, whereas giving some insight as to future storylines and potential spoilers, but it wasn't like anybody could get them, like only certain few of the boys had a connection through a guy's something, and then they'd get the Stooge papers, and they were like typed out, like
like legit typed out, legit typed out.
So it was cool, and it'd be like, oh, you got the Stooge papers, oh yeah, and we'd huddle around and like, oh,
you read about what you were doing that day.
Not us, like the big,
the big name guys, But they were good. Like I used to like those, Power 100.
Like the wrestling magazines.
Yeah.
So
that's.
Well, if it wasn't for them, like because back in the territory days, we were in AWA and then WWF at the time, so we missed out on a lot of that old NWA stuff, like Magnum TA and Von Erich when he was starting. Well, the Von Erichs and even Dusty in his prime before they gave him the polka dots and all that garbage. So we missed out on a lot of really good wrestling because of where we're located. So geographically,
in our secret location on Hoth.
Secret location.
So if you could be,
I just wanted, this mask was a bad idea. I had a purple Rockstar, and I don't know what I had for supper, but I've been burping it up, and this mask is just bringing it back in all night. I don't have a nose hole. Oh, I do have a nose hole.
You do, it's just not fitting right. You need a nose like mine, you need that kind of beak, like from Big Bird. But see, next time, when you're gonna do the show, don't eat onions. No onions, no Rockstar, no nothing like that. So if you could be, here's my question: if you could be best friends with a wrestler of the past, and sort of ride coattails, not to fame, but just hang out with him as a buddy. Who would you think would be? And the only reason I'm asking that is somebody out on social media posed a question about hanging out with wrestlers, and I thought, well, that's an interesting question. Like, who would you think would be the guy to hang out with? Maybe again, since we're going back and forth, maybe in the past, who would you like to hang out with?
Well, like really old days, somebody like the Crusher.
Anybody,
and then like maybe a little later on, like Owen Hart.
Okay.
Because it seemed like he was a lot of fun to be on the Kurt Hennig. Like you just hear the stories of all the ribbing and everything like that. I think I know about the other extracurriculars that you hear about. With some of the guys there, but they seem like they'd be fun to hang out with. And
like I think a guy, I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I remember my dad taking me to see Baron von Raschke.
Oh yeah.
And for some unknown reason, I always thought he might be a fun character to hang out with. Like how many people were actually scared?
That's all the people need to know.
Scared of him, in reality, or like the stories he may have had.
Try playing that gimmick off. I guess Gunther sort of, but not really. Well, it's implied, but it's not promoted.
They don't say it. But I heard, I don't know if anyone else has heard this, but I did hear part of the reason they don't think the Baron is being inducted into the Hall of Fame is because of the goose step. And I think that's wrong. Because not one person back in the day looked at him as the evil Nazi. None. And now today they're going, oh, he portrayed Nazi with goose. Nobody looked at that. He was the claw. And I can guarantee the Nazis weren't using the claw. So back in the day. So I think he should be inducted in the Hall of Fame before a lot of. That's another pet peeve of mine.
That whole Hall of Fame, there's so many guys left out. I think it's just lost any credibility to me anyway. So when they announce it, like, oh, why did it take so long to get Vader in there? Like that. Other guys, like, there's somebody else recently that should have been in years ago, and they finally went, okay.
Well, here's another one. They put Sid in right after he died. Why didn't they put him in when he was sick? So he could enjoy it. For that little time he had left, right? Like, to me, that's...
Or even when he was still alive, there's no reason why they couldn't have let him have his,
Lots of guys, and... I'm still of the opinion that there's no reason that Sean Waltman should be in twice over the Baron von Raschke. All those guys, like the tag teams that aren't in Demolition. Why is Demolition?
I think there's rumors maybe this year, like, did they have a falling out? I don't know the whole story, but
it doesn't matter with all the fallouts that have been. Like Waltman has embarrassed the WWF and WWE more times than not, and he's in there.
I grossed him out in a bathroom in Calgary one time. I was traveling, and I had to poop.
Oh my!
And I guess he was in the stall beside me, and I got out before him, and I was washing my hands, and when he came out, he looked at me like you are like I felt like how people would look at Bastion Booger. That's how he looked at me, and I was just like, I just kind of went, and continued washing. At least I was washing my hands, not a total slob. Yeah, I can stink up a toilet, but you gotta have nice
Why
clean
isn't
hands.
Bastion Booger in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. You know what? That's interesting. Because he was, what was he, Friar Frederick?
Yeah.
When he first started, and
I mean, when you think about enhancements,
Yeah.
I mean, he's a popular.
yeah, well, back in the Stampede days,
lore,
Maka
yeah.
Singh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, him
Yeah.
too. I gotta ask, because we love Temu. I'm just saying, we're addicted. That's what I was gonna say. Where did you get that shirt? Because I know someone's gonna message me.
Temu, however you're supposed to say
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
Well, we got Temu Solani, who used to play Winnipeg
I think
Jets
it's
and Anaheim
Temu.
Ducks. Yeah, I think it's Temu.
There was some post where people were correcting how to say it, like that Rakatin.
All right. Well, listen, shut up. We're done talking.
What?
Yeah, that's
Already?
That's it.
We just got started.
I know, but we're gonna start again tomorrow.
Are we gonna do this again?
We'll do this again. Well, it's
Awesome.
up to them, really. They might
Yeah.
cancel us. Everything
Not
gets
yet.
canceled nowadays.
Just wait.
Yeah. So until next time, we'll shut up. You talk.